Today we are checking out a camera that you've probably never heard of before, the Kinefinity Terra 4K. It's a beautiful box form factor, a sensor that is around micro four thirds, between micro four thirds and super 35. But what's interesting is I've got the Kinefinity EF mount speed booster. So Kinefinity makes all these mounts, adapters. It has its own mount called the Kinemount, and you can adapt EF lenses, PL lenses. They even have an E-mount version. This one, because of the speed booster, it actually widens that field of view to between super 35 and full frame. So got an almost full frame image on here. Open gate, 4K sensor. This camera came out back in 2018, so it's around 8 years old now. And Kinefinity is a small company. They haven't been around that long, but they've been getting headlines lately, especially since the NAB conference back in April, when they introduced their new Vista camera, which is coming out any day now. It may already be out and in your hands by the time you watch this video, but I wanted to speak to what I guess you could say is the grandfather or great-great-grandfather of the Vista, the Terra 4K. It's a very different camera. It is a more traditional box style brain that you then kit out, similar to Red or ARRI cameras. What I think was unique about this one at the time and through its life cycle, the firmware updates that Kinefinity kept bringing and continues to bring to their cameras, they really add some pretty wild features over time. So, as I said earlier, it's got an open gate sensor, 3x2, and you can shoot up to 100 frames per second in open gate. If you crop down to like a widescreen 4K, 2.4:1, it goes up to 150 frames per second. So it's an excellent slow motion camera. It's got a great amount of ports all over it, connectivity options, battery life is fantastic. On the back here, I've got this converter to go to V-mount batteries, and with a 98 watt hour V-mount, I can get around 3 hours of pretty much continuous shooting with the camera, which is amazing. So probably only need like 2-3 of those for a full day shooting with it. I've got the DJI Focus Pro handle and follow focus system, which is super clean and nice to use. In addition, there is a side handle that can be attached here on the right side of the camera that has all of the controls, and it gives you a nice grip. And actually, you can put NPF batteries into that grip, and they will power the camera for about an hour to an hour and a half. And more crucially, if you have a V-mount on there, you can hot swap those V-mount batteries because you'll have a essentially backup battery in the grip. And the grip does feel really nice. It's got a control wheel, just like the control wheel and buttons here. They're all on that grip. So this 5-inch monitor here is quite nice, quite bright, really clear. It's not touch capable though, which is unfortunate. Kinefinity did release an additional 5-inch and 7-inch monitor that do have touchscreen capabilities, but they don't work on the Terra, which is a bummer. And I'll get to why that's a bummer later. But despite not being touch capable, it is still a really nice monitor, and it plugs directly into the camera via one cable. I've used it at like 50% brightness is usually fine most of the time, and it's such a low power draw that as I said, still get around 3 hours with that 98 watt-hour V mount and the monitor running the entire time. Another thing I should mention, guys, is the price that you can get these cameras for. If you can find them, it's really low. For the mount, lens mount, the V-mount plate, side grip, additional rigging elements, and the monitor, I got all that for under 2K. So yeah, I mean, it's almost worth just picking up because it's such a capable camera, and for that price, like, you're not gonna get all of the features that you could get here for $2,000. Definitely not. A lot of cameras, even to this day, don't have good frame rate options in open gate. The frame rate tops out at like 30 frames per second. I mean, this guy goes up to 100 frames per second in open gate. I should also mention it can do that in compressed Cinema DNG RAW. So it's got all flavors of ProRes, including 4444, but you can also shoot in either 3:1 or 5:1 compressed Cinema DNG RAW. It's going to give you that image sequence, which each image corresponding to a frame in your video. So it's not the most efficient RAW codec by any means, but it's very nice quality, and the file sizes, because they are compressed, are actually pretty manageable. File size is going to be pretty comparable to ProRes, and I'm not talking the highest ProRes. All right, so that about wraps up the things that I do like about this camera. Now, what I don't like about this camera is something pretty major: the control interface. Controlling this camera with the wheel, the buttons, and there are 4 click buttons on the wheel, like directional controls basically. And you would think, okay, there's a bunch of buttons, it's got this interesting, if not a little retro, like original iPod 2000 level scroll wheel, but should be functional enough, right? And the menu system is decent. It's, takes a little while to get used to it first, but coming from so many different menu systems and different camera brands, I was able to figure it out, and I think you'll generally be able to figure it out pretty quickly. But actually getting through that menu system with this control wheel and buttons is horrific. It is so rigid and constantly makes mistakes. I'm constantly selecting the wrong settings, the wrong menu that I didn't want to be in, and I'm just off by, I'm trying to scroll and I'm just off by like 1 or 2 menu items. It happens constantly. It is super frustrating. That is why it's so unfortunate that it does not have touchscreen capabilities, because if I could just get through the menu and the settings with the touchscreen, it would be fine. I would be able to deal with, just using the physical buttons, but that the wheel, this freaking wheel, because of the problems with the control of the camera, I really only use it when I need open gate and high speed, like good open gate, say for anamorphic shooting or different formats for social media. But otherwise, I am really going to be looking forward to the Vista, which is going to have full touchscreen capability and a much more updated, better user experience, menu system, and much lighter. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this little review of the very strange Kinefinity Terra 4K camera you've probably never heard of. And so I hope that you learned something new, learned something about a pretty interesting camera from yesteryear. in controlled environments where you don't need to be changing settings quickly, and you can have the patience to deal with accidentally choosing the wrong selection and having to go back and undo what you did multiple times. In those situations, then yes, it's a great robust camera that has all the features. If you're interested in the low light performance of this camera, I have another video coming out that I'll link here that deals with really deep diving into the footage, low light capabilities, and putting it against the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K and the Sigma FP. If you're interested, check out that video. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.